new home of Lee East. But first, to Grange Road. Good afternoon and welcome to the home of Shawcross Sharks. We've travelled high and wide to try and get your game involved with one of our sides this weekend, and it's Shawcross Sharks against Saddleworth Rangers, who have got the best run in the division, the Conference Division 1, unbeaten in the last 6 games. If they can get a win this afternoon, they'll go joint top with Wathborough Hornets and Wigan St Jude's on 18 points. So it's all to play for. With Saddleworth Rangers waiting to kick off, playing in the black and white hoop top, and in a black and white hoop top against Shawcross Sharks, who are playing in a resplendent green and black tops and black shorts as the game kicks off. And Shawcross Sharks have got first to this game. So he lines this one up. Hits it right between the sticks, and the score: Shawcross Sharks 0, Saddleworth Rangers 2, on the quest for that top spot. Basic Rugby League from the visitors. Oh, it's good play. Corley going down the wing. He's got a clean pair of wheels in front of him. Sidesteps, jinks. He's past his cover. He could be in here for a sensational try. And he's going even more to the H's to put it down. What a great try from Fraser Corley. And that makes it Shawcross Sharks 0, Saddleworth Rangers 6 with a kick to come. As they lead 8-0. A penalty and a conversion from Coates. And I'm sure this is within his radar. Well, considering the conditions and the weather, that's a magnificent conversion, and that makes a score: Shawcross Sharks 0, Saddleworth Rangers 10. A converted try and 2 penalties. The last one you've just seen there from Michael Coates. Sharks play, referee waves a play on, fresh set of 6. This is a chance going down that far side now. Good tackle. Kerwin going for it. Kerwin puts a superb pass out. Could be on here. He's given a try, and that makes it. No, he's not. Yes, he has. I thought he'd given the forward pass then. And it's number 15 for the visitors, Ben Pritchard, who goes over, and that makes it Shawcross Sharks 0, Saddleworth Rangers 14 with a kick to come. So Roach taps it 10 metres away. Good drive for that, looked a tad high. Good flat ball there to Burland. Defence stands firm and going for it. Drive from the play of the ball. And that brings the end of the proceedings. And in this National Conference League Division 1 clash, final score is Shawcross Sharks 0, Saddleworth Rangers 16, which puts them joint top going into the winter break for the National Conference League. It's 10-0 at half time. Pritchard went over for a converted try, and that was the end of the scoring. Played in great bad conditions, but they take the points back over to Saddleworth, and what a win, unbeaten in 7. Congratulations, top of the league.
Thanks. Yeah, I think we're up there in the top 3 level on points with the leaders. So we're very pleased at the recovery from the start of the season.
7 on the spin, and you joint top of the league. Ideal going into Christmas.
Yeah, it is, considering who's in the league and how the league's going. Everyone's beating each other, so I'm pleased where we are at this moment in time.
Your thoughts on that game today?
Difficult under difficult conditions. We've had quite a few players out with injuries and stuff, so it's always tough against a decent side like so. Get off second best today.
Got off to a great start, and that try yours in the early minutes was fantastic. Can you talk us through it?
Yeah, I think it was Emerson who broke through, passed on to Tom Lever, and it was 2-on-1. got it out on the wing, run a couple of yards, and then sidestepped the full back. And I was going to put it down on the corner, but Gaffer said put it in the middle, and I got there, so I was happy with the try, yeah.
They came out of the traps quite quick. They got the penalty, and that try, I know it was again you shoot, but it was one to savour for the audience.
Yeah, good try. Yeah, you can't take that away from them. They did well today. Yeah.
To keep a team nilness in this competition is fantastic, and you've achieved it.
Yeah, we've won 7 on the bounce now, and really I can say that, hand on heart, they've all been built on the defence. You know, a lot of the games we've suffered a lack of possession, we've conceded quite a lot of penalties for numerous reasons, but the spirit among the lads and the commitment to the defence has been terrific.
I suppose finally your league campaign shuts down now till the back end of Christmas, the beginning of the new year, but it must be a great feeling to be joint top.
Yeah, we've got 2 games now. We'll probably we've actually got a really good strong squad now. We've got sort of 23, 24 players all pushing for places, and I'll give some opportunities next week against Keighley Town for some of the lads that didn't play today. We've got a Standard Cup game. I think it's the 19th of December now, and then the big one against St Anne's. You know, we owe them from coming up to our place. That's between Christmas and the New Year, and all the lads are looking forward to it.
Stay with us after the break when we visit the Sports Village League and find out which college finished top of the North West Division. Well, good afternoon and welcome to a sunny Pendleton College as the side take on Riverside College from Widnes in this college game. It's being refereed by Father Jeff Hilton, former police officer. He's having a quick word with the skippers and we're all set for the game. Pendleton College playing in predominantly red shirts, white shorts, red socks. Riverside College from Widnes, grey shirts with black sleeves and side piping, black shorts, black socks, and we're all set for this game. The talking's over, so we're all set then. The sides have changed ends, looking to my right, the sun, so any slight advantage in this first half could go to Pendleton College to put the high kicks in the air. We'll just see how deceptive it is as we're all set to start. And it's a good punt downfield, takes 2 bounces and it's collected. And like any other game, it's important that Pendleton College convert the first set of 6. 2 to 3 to put him down from Pendleton. Murphy gets it out. Nice move. Murphy, go in, he's in I think. Will he give it? Referee points downwards. Pendleton 0. Riverside College of Widnes 4. Murphy, opening try scorer. Off it goes himself to take the dummy. But Chong's involved, a superb offload. And they could be away here. Joe Clark could be in. Magnificent try. Superb offload. Joe Clark makes it 8-0 for Riverside College. Oh, that's a good hit. They could be in here. I think they are, you know. Billingham against run of play there. A cracking hit. And it's 4 points to Pendleton, 10 to Riverside.
Even a big hit. Wow. Play the ball.
Robotham going for that line, but he's wrapped up by his opposite number, Murphy. Walmsley flicks it inside there to Robertson. Robertson goes for it. He's in for a try. Levels the game up, 10-all with a kick to come. Noon goes to acting half-back. Chip to the corner. It's a superb chip and it's a magnificent try. 14 points to 12 for Riverside College.
Offside. Check the camera for offside.
Takes a tackle, takes the pass. Robertson comes, goes left. Off it going down the middle. Still pumping the legs, still going. He's eventually put to ground. They're in a great position. After that short kick-off came off. Xii's got it. Xiii offers it. Xiii goes inside. Still an angled run. He could be in here, you know. And he is. And it's 16 points to 14 with the kick to come. Murphy still going. Murphy still going. Murphy could be in here. Poor defence. 18 all. Roberts, Xiii, flicks it inside to Robertson. Robertson through the first one. Still driving forward, Robertson. Just stop there. Quick play the ball. They could be in there. Could that be the winning try? Perhaps. Referee points downwards. It's 22 points to 20 with the kick to come. Roberts. Walmsley puts the ball out to Billingham. Billingham could be in here. He could well be in for the try. And he gets what could be the match winner. It's 28 points to Pendleton. 20 to Riverside. Murphy gets a good ball out there to Saville. The defence of Pendleton holds firm again. But Murphy's in there. I think that's his hat-trick. 28 points to 24. And it's Lawton who's gone in with a kick to come. Adam Xii's had a belter. Gives it to Roberts who scored that try. It's a grubber and chase. It goes in the in goal, and it's a great chase. Forces the dropout. Don't know whether Roberts was impeded or not. And there goes the whistle. We've had a cracker here at Pendleton College. The final score: Pendleton College 28, Riverside College of Widnes 24. In a topsy-turvy game, and the home side win yet again. So Neil, your thoughts on that? What a great game for the cameras.
It was an absolutely fantastic game for the cameras. Yeah, not quite so good for myself. A few racing hearts there for a while.
Because they got off to a good start, and then you got them two quick-fire tries, which put you back in the game. But then it just went one way and went the other.
Yeah, I mean they caught us cold at the start. Scored two great tries. Fair play to them. But I like the way we fought back. You know, we didn't lose our heads. We came back with, like you say, two quick tries, and it was a very, very topsy-turvy game. They were ahead, then we were ahead, and it's good to watch, but not quite so good for the nerves.
I thought it was a good game. I thought, obviously in the first half, we capitalised on our opportunities a little bit more than they did. I thought the referee was a bit lenient on us at times, okay, and caught us in the game. I thought they were a little bit unlucky, and I thought the second half, the reverse. I thought they capitalised on their opportunities. I thought, particularly on our right-hand side, in attack, we struggled to capitalise and take advantage of the opportunities we got in the game.
Welcome to Fellsworth ARLFC for this last league game of the season. Oldham, the hosts, are playing in the white shirts.
You must be pleased with that result.
I'm very pleased with how Priestley played today. We came with a game plan. We have got a big pack and a very mobile pack, so we took it down the middle and played to the game plan, and then we spread it on the wings. We got an early breakthrough, but that doesn't mean that Oldham, you know, just capitulated. They were a good side, so we had to keep at it and at it and at it.
No, I was just saying I'm proud of the lads. I think they did very well. Done well all season, and I think Oldham were a good side, but in the end we just outclassed them. And you know, we haven't travelled away well this year because of numbers and stuff, but brought a good team today, and I'm very proud of the lads and happy that we've won.
But I thought, you know, especially on the our left-hand side, we penetrated well in the first half. In the second half, well, I think we dropped off a bit, but we came back well. And I thought the half-backs really played well, and I thought the loose forward captain Mark Smith was absolutely superb, and he led the team really well. And Jack Reed at standoff had a really good game. Matty Lomax was really good at full-back because Oldham were kicking through early in the game, you know, and that could have been a real worry for us. But he snapped up every ball and he took every ball through. But everybody, you know, Jack Cooper at prop was absolutely superb, and Alex Thompson, once we put in Mooka, he just ripped their team apart. So, you know, it was an all-round performance, but that's only half the season. You know, we want to go all the way, and we want to win the big cup, and we want to win the Carnegie Cup.
The second half we pulled back, you know, as I said, they never had their hearts, heads never went down, which I was very, very pleased at. You know, they've got some, you know, great players from the surrounding teams in this area. We've got Saddleworth Rangers, Waterheads, who are actually playing against each other this Sunday. So I mean, the players that are in our team, you know, today will be playing against each other again on Sunday, and that's what I say. You know, the good thing that we've got, as I say, the vast majority of my players here will go on to university. I'd say about 95 to 98% of them will be on at university. And that's the problem with the academies. The vast majority of boys don't.
Yeah, I'm proud of all the first years, like, you know, because it's a big step from school rugby to college rugby, and they've done well. They've come through, and the second years that have stayed on as well. I'm very proud of them. All my mates from class and stuff. Jack Cooper, Ewan, Rogers, Josh Radley, and all them. You know, I'm just proud of every single one of them. And Al Thompson, outstanding. Played well all year.
And Priestley College, it's sixth form.
Yeah.
What sort of age group is that?
It's like 16 to about 19 or 20, I think. It depends how long you want to stay on. And it's a good college, enjoy there.
And is there anyone you would pick out as playing especially well today?
I say Gareth Schofield, although he did get sin-binned in the first half, he always leads with his heart. I got my forwards were great. Will Schofield, Martin Sarsfield, all those lads. Martin scored the try. Again, great players who all play with each other, with Waterheads and St Anne's as well. So we've got, as I say, you know, some good players there. Can't really sort of name one player in particular that really stood out today, because I think if they done really well as a unit, as a team. As I say, no point did their heads go down, and they continually fought right until the last blow of the whistle. But you know, next season we'll be back next season again, as I say.
Could coach Graham West take St Jude's into round 2 of the Barla National Cup? Coming up after the break. From humble beginnings, from a pub team, you initially moved to Grasmere Street.
Yeah, we had ambitions from an early time really to have our own premises instead of moving from pub to pub. So we negotiated with the council, and we went down to Oswestry, knocked an army up down, brought it back up, and that formed the basis of the new club at Grasmere Street. We didn't knock it up, recover it completely, but we used a lot of the components, and with the help of a few local builders, we built Grasmere Street.
So really that's when it all started, because
yeah.
you've got the Nissan up, you've got the club up,
yeah.
And you went from there?
Yeah, 1984 we built the club, opened the club at Grasmere Street. Had about 20 years there.
You must have some great memories in them 20 years.
We had some fantastic times there, really. We won the championship in 1991. Had a really good team there. But unfortunately most of that team signed professional, so it broke up after about 12 months. But we had a really fantastic side in that year.
But I suppose it does show the fact that obviously you're an amateur side, a top class amateur side, and the ambition is for players to come through and perhaps go to the pro ranks.
Of course it is, yeah, of course it is. The more the merrier, really.
Can you name any players that our viewers would be aware of?
Well, presently playing at Warrington is Rob Parker. He came through our under 7s, under 8s, straight the way through. Several more really. The lad who's playing for, who's playing for him? Several who play for Lee.
Yeah. And I think I
Ricky
noticed...
Bybee, who played for Wigan, he went through our youth team, the same team as Rob Parker.
And I think I noticed, as it were looking around the clubhouse, you've got some shirts up and past players who played at Barlow Internationals, and one name, as rings a bell, is Mickey Hyam.
Mickey Hyam, yes, Mickey played for us for a few seasons, and then of course he signed pro. But he still comes down here quite a lot to visit us. Who, representing Great Britain of course, played for several teams in the professional game, such as Swinton and Lee. He's actually now just come back to us and he's playing for the second team, and the first team actually. This is Gary Greenuff, a young lad who's now playing in the first team. He's representing Great Britain. Brilliant player, just lacking a bit of size to get in the professional game really. This one is Liam Rawson, who played for the under-18s internationals a few years ago. Top class player. Loose forward, he's now playing in the centre for the first team and doing really, really well. This is Ian Lewis, who played for GB 1996-97. Unfortunately, he took a bad injury last year and he's had to retire early, so he's no longer with us. This young lad is Danny Meakin. He played for the under-18s last year and he's representing Great Britain. But I don't think at present he's playing for us now. He's having a couple of years out of the game.
Matches, any particular matches can stand out in that 20-year period?
Northern in the Cup. I think that was in '91 actually. And with about, when they had they've always had a good team, but with about 10 minutes to go, we're losing by 6 points. But they just ran a try in late on to make it about 24-12, something like that. But we give them a really good game, give them a scare really. That was one of the best games. And then a couple of seasons later, we actually beat Charlie Borough.
That's in the Challenge Cup?
That wasn't the Challenge Cup, that was the John Player or something like that. I forget which it was now, but we beat them in the Cup.
That was at Grasmere?
That was at Hilton Park.
Oh, so you play the main games?
Against the pro games at Hilton Park, yeah.
That must have been fantastic to eat.
It was fantastic, yeah, really good.
And again, you've won promotions as well at Grasmere Street.
Yes, we were promoted, I forget which year it was now, probably 1980, something like that. Then we won the championship the year after. Went down again a few years later, but came back up about 3 years ago. And probably about 5 years ago. And we've been, apart from 1 year, we've been in the top division since.
And then you've come up this season as well.
Yes.
And prior to moving here as well.
Yes, we came up this season, and to be honest, I wasn't really too confident about how well we'd do, but they've surprised everybody. We're third in the league at the minute. We've got 22 points, so we're doing fantastic, really, the season.
From those humble beginnings, here we are at the Sports Village, and you made a little bit of history in the National Conference, playing Wigan St Pat's on an artificial pitch, and you actually downed them, the first team to down them this season.
Yes, that was the opening game, the opening day of the club actually. It was a fantastic day. The 3G surface, as they call it, it's been really well received by every team that's come down here. It's a fantastic surface. There's no grass beds or anything like that. It's just really top class. And of course it means we can play games when other teams are having to call their games off.
So it's the future as such in some respects. I mean, obviously everybody wants to play on turf and grass and get muddy and stuff like that, but it's there. It suits a purpose when games are off.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, for training as well. I mean, like with the young kids, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, they're training on there. They don't get full of mud or anything like that, so they're enjoying it better. I believe Warrington Wolves are training here on Friday actually, so it's catching on.
So again, it's ideal, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic surface. It really is.
And what benefits will you gain from being at I mean, it's purpose built. You've got the fields and you've got the clubhouse. What benefits can the club gain and spin-offs from it? Well,
we're already gaining it. We've only been open just over 2 months, and we're increasing our play and registered by every team really. It's the facility is just attracting people because training especially it's fantastic. You know, as I've just said to you, the kids aren't coming off with full of mud and stuff like that, and it's really superb.
And the changing rooms, it's a far cry perhaps when I played and when my son used to play, you know, you just struggle for where you would, you know, you'd have a quick shower and that'd be it, whereas now, perhaps do we spoil them too much?
No, I don't think so. I mean, kids are used to being spoiled these days, so you've got to go with the times, really, and you've got to try and give them the best facilities you can, so these are absolutely superb. We've got 6 changing rooms, 2 large ones, 4 normal size, lockers, because this facility is used for the general public during the day, and when we're not using it, they hire the all-weather pitches out, and of course they use the dressing rooms, and they can use these lockers as well.
And we've talked about players that have turned pro in the past sort of thing. Amongst this squad that you've got coming through and the younger element come through, are there any future names that we can talk about in Super League, and all of a sudden, if you listen to Eddie and Steve, they've just evolved and played Super League, they've not played the amateur game?
No, we've loads of kids down here who've got the potential. I mean, I can't name the names from the lower age groups. We've got two lads who are playing for Barlow International at present. That's Carl Redford in the centre and Danny Kilshaw, scrum half. They're 2 really exceptional players.
And the season, like you said, it's gone like a dream. You're in that top 6. We're coming up, as it were, in the new year to the business end of the season, plus the National Cup, plus the Challenge Cup, which we've talked about.
Yes, we're really looking forward to that. We play Blackbrook in the National Cup this weekend. That should be a really good game. And of course, we're looking for a decent draw in the Challenge Cup, and a decent run in the Cup.
If you wanted a Christmas present for the club, what would it be?
For a really good run in the Challenge Cup, we've not had one in the last few years, a really top-class run in that, and to get a really good side in the Cup and bring a bit of money in, really.
I do know the rivalry, Wigan Warriors would be a nice draw for you, wouldn't it?
It certainly would if we could get that far, yeah. It certainly would.
All the best for the future, for Christmas, and I'm sure we'll speak again.
Thanks very much. But just one last thing before we go. We've actually got a formal opening on Boxing Day. So if any of our old players are watching, they're very welcome on Boxing Day. It's around about lunchtime. We're doing a formal opening and everybody will be welcome. Well, thanks to Channel M for coming down to the club today. I hope you've enjoyed the visit. I hope you'll come back in the future. You're very welcome.
Personally, I'm over the moon with the effort from our lads. I thought we really did excel today. 1 or 2 bits of panic. I think after about 32, 33 minutes, the score was 4-2 to Rochdale Mayfield. We turned round at half time, 6-7 minutes later, at 22-2. It just showed how clinical they are. Credit to them that they played the game. They are a good side and they showed a lot of pace and some great handling. But I think we'll gain a lot from it, both confidence-wise and maturity-wise, you know, with the young kids that we've got. Would have liked to have gone into it with a full side, but obviously things like this happen and perhaps Rochdale had people missing. But like I said, credit to Rochdale, they did really finish us off well, but credit to our boys for sticking at it, and I think we'll get a lot of confidence from it.
Yeah, very competitive game. A little bit disappointed with our performance, but like I said, the week's preparations haven't been the best, with half the squad working away or carrying injuries and you know, not trained together. So it's been a little bit difficult leading into the game, and that's what we got today. You know, you've got to show up every week and be at your best.
Yeah, I thought their action after 9 was very good for them, and the six was good. He was very sharp, 2 very elusive players. But again, once Rochdale broke our line, there was various numbers. They scored some great tries, and it's all about finishing people off. And credit to them, they did. You know.
Yeah, I think John and Billings kept us going, and you know, his 2 tries probably sealed the game in a lot of respects.
Welcome to Parson Meadows, the home of Wigan St Jude's RLFC, in the first round of the Ace Insurance Europe Bar National Cup first round, where all roads lead to Fylde UFC for the double header on the 24th of May. This will be the main event, so it's all to play for, and Judes will get the first touch of the ball, and it's important that both sides complete the sets in the opening set. Takes the tackle, and it's a screen from acting half back by Kane, the skipper. Last one, they're about 10 metres away. King, crossfield bomb, how good's the chase? It's not a bad kick. They're in, you know! Madison takes that crossfield bomb, I think it'll be 4-0. Referee points downwards, and it's 4-0 to Wigan St Jude's. Good defence. My Judes. They're in! What a superb effort on the last tackle. And it's 4-4. That try from Wathbrow. So Johnson lining this one up. At 30 away. Perhaps just to the right of the posts. Hits it well. The flags go up, and it's 6-4 to Wathbrow Hornets. Pendlebury Long ball out there to Daryl King, looking for the angle and the gap. Puts a beautiful ball out to Nathan Jones, going down the wing. Beats his man. He's in. He's going towards the edges to make it even better. What a magnificent effort from winger Nathan Jones. That ball spiralled out. And that makes it Wigan St Jude's 8, Wathborough Hornets 6 with a kick to come. Petit takes the tackle. Last one. Could be a move on here. Johnson puts it out to Thompson. Basketball back to Johnson. Johnson going for it, looking for the gap. Superb defence. Petit. I think he's in. He is. He's 10 apiece. Petit the scorer. Will they go for the try or for the drop goal? They're in! Low has got the try! They could see them through to the second round. That makes it 14-10. Johnson's going himself, puts the ball, I think they're in, you know. Tron's claiming it, and he's giving it. It's 16-14. Well, this is a big kick. I said it could have been an important scrum. It was. They scored the try from it. If he puts it over, it's 16-all. To the left to the edges slightly. Pressure kick. Is he made of the right stuff? Johnson kicks it to that, makes it 16-all in the closing 7 or 8 minutes of this game. Curry. He's hot. He's going for it as well. 3 gone. They're about 8 away. The drop goal is going to come sooner or later. Johnson hits it. It rebounds. Curry's got it. Curry's in. He's given the try. Controversy. But he's given the try. It's 20 points to 16. Thompson goes to acting half-back, driving for that line out, driving still, just held short. Another scoot, that clinches it, it's 26-16. I have no idea who scored it, but that's game, set and match for Wathborough Hornets. Petit. At 10 minutes to go, you're 6 points down. What a turnaround.
It was a turnaround, and 2 fantastic teams. I think we've played Jude's twice now and there's been nothing in either game. St Jude's are fantastically coached. They're a great club. We knew it was a tough draw. I'm sure Jude's thought it was a tough draw. For our lads to dig in at the end and just nick it, and that's what we've done. We've just nicked it. The scoreline suggests a little bit more, but we've just nicked the game today, and it's all credit to our lads.
Well, I thought we started quite well. We had a lot of opportunities in that first half, but we blew them. Once we made field position in their half, our back line didn't fulfil the potential that they've shown over the first half of the season. We kept forward passing or dropping the ball and making too many errors. And in the end it showed. Our heads went down, the enthusiasm sort of drained out of them, and Wathborough come back and scored. They're a very good side and they showed that in the end.
Any thoughts or preferences in the draw? It's going to be a little bit later now with the games that have been cancelled. Any thoughts?
I don't want to come back to Wigan because they're all tough sides. Anywhere on the road is real tough, and just a home draw. We would like a home draw against, we'll take anyone at home, and that's all you can ask for really, a home tie, and we'll be pleased.
Who stood out on your side, Graham, on a disappointing afternoon as it turns out for you?
Well, it's been a disappointing afternoon, but we are at the top of the league, and we've got the second half of the league to come. So this has probably been the kick up the backside that they've needed. It's down to them. We've just talked about it now. It's down to them to really get their heads back on the game and come back. We've got a game against Rosebridge, a good local derby between Christmas and New Year. So they've got to get their heads back on it and look to a good performance in that.
Well, we've enjoyed the show. We're going to leave you with 3 Christmas crackers of our own. The grassroots team, have a great Christmas.
Tight.